Yeah.
Quick story about weight versus pressure. Years ago, I had a client that showed up in the ski school, had a lesson, and he wanted to learn to be a little bit more efficient because he told me that his thighs constantly burn a little bit. Meet my kitty locksmith.
Who's dressed appropriately.
That's right. Hi, locksmith. Good. Back to my client. He told me that his thighs would burn even on a blue run after about 200, 300 yards. So I told him on the chairlift right up what I wanted him to do for the first run. Do your own turns, but as you do them, become sensitive for the bottom of your feet. Where do you feel your weight on your feet? Would that be okay? He said, certainly. And meet bumper. So my client went off and started skiing his own turns down a run called Bighorn. As soon as gravity worked for him and the skis really started to pick up some speed, this is what he did. Well, I watched him till he came to a stop by himself. And I asked him if that already was enough time for him to feel where his weight was. He said, yes, I know I have it on my toes. Now that really took me for a loop, because I thought there's no way anybody who skis like this could have weight on the toes. As a matter of fact, if right now my toe piece would let go, I would be on my keister in the back because my weight is so far behind my heels. So I asked a few more questions. He finally said, well, I do what you guys tell me. I pressure my toes. That's when it clicked on my brain, because this is what he did. Assume my hand are my feet. In the moment he thinks weight on the toes, he pressures the toes. And yes, he had pressure on the toes. He pushed those toes down into the snow as hard as he could. But as he pressured the toes, his weight shifted in the back seat. That is when I did the following drill that you will see I do with Laura. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Ursula.
This will be the experiment. Please put your hands on top of mine. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Put some pressure on my hands. All right. Gosh, she muscles it. Put some pressure on my hands. Yes, right on. So what are you doing?
I'm extending my arm.
All right, you're pushing down on it. One more time.
Yeah.
There we go. That's pressure. Now I'm going to ask you something else. Laura, I'd like you to put your weight on my hand. Oh. Does that feel different?
It's totally different.
All right. So what is she doing? What are you doing?
I'm committing.
All right, put your weight on my hand. One more time. Yeah. Okay, there is your difference. Weight and pressure. What is it, the difference?
Commitment.
Right on. So after my client realized what was the difference between weight and pressure, he stood there for a while and he said, "Don't talk to me." Then he started skiing. The first move, he went in the back old movement pattern he has ingrained so masterly. Then a change went through his body. He suddenly came forward, and now he committed his weight on the ball of his foot. And from then on I lost my job because he didn't need me anymore. Just kidding. The athletic stance, the mystery, the myth. Athletic stance, what does that mean? Well, we're moving, right? And all kinds of different sports have that stance. For instance, playing tennis. As you can tell, I'm the real pro. Okay, but the few times I did play tennis, this is how I stood on the tennis court, trying to take the serve. So where on my feet is my weight? not the pressure, the weight. Because I don't know yet if that ball is going to go right, left, behind me, in front of me. Where do I need to go? I gotta be ready. Oh, by the way, it's also called the ready stance, ready position, ready to move. So I want you to look at the angle of my lower leg, my thigh, and my torso. I'm ready to move. Low, medium, tall, right or left. Those angles change, but there's something that stays the same. My weight stays on the ball of my feet. I can go backwards, I can go forward, I can go in any direction. Athletic stance in playing tennis. Playing golf. I haven't played golf in a long, long time. I'm really not the pro on that one. But, same stance. We need to get ready to swing the golf club. Where is my weight? And I know there are probably a lot of golfers right now that would change all kinds of things on my stand. But the one thing we don't want to do is tuck the pelvis in. Let's get back to those matching angles. I do apologize for the mismatched equipment. I'm on alpine skis and I have my cross-country poles. But all the rest is up on a mountain and I don't have them in my house. Tough place to live. Anyway, back to the matching angles. We will not run around with a protractor and measure you by the degrees. But the idea is such. Whichever angle you have in your lower leg, talking ankle to knee, should be matched approximately from hip to shoulder. You can be in a tall stance, medium flex, total flex. Those angles should match. Now, there's another angle from knee to hip. To see the knee angle from the knee to the hip, take pole number 3. This is my vertical. So, if my lower leg is in, I don't know, then my thigh, the femur, from knee to hip, should be in the same 25-degree angle, just in the other direction. And then here, I'm in that 25-degree angle, just in the other direction of my thigh, matching the angle in my lower leg. Problem I'm seeing with my students, most of the people lock their ankle in one angle. This does not change anymore, and the only movement now comes from knee and hip. Problem with that is every time you bend your knees more and your hip more, whatever you do, your weight goes off the front of your foot. And now my body weight is somewhere just shortly before my heel. If I now would do this, it's even behind my heel. And all my body weight that is above my kneecap is hanging on my knee. And now people wonder why their knees and their quads are killing them. So to find your stance, next time you're out there, take your hands, put them on your quad muscles. Think about your tennis game, think about your golf game. Stand with your weight over the ball of your feet. Feel that you can actually keep your quads relaxed. If you now start leaning back, you will feel your quads tightening up. Hold your hands there, hold long arms, not crumbled. Long arms, hold on to your quad muscle. Slowly pull yourself forward. In the moment you feel, right here, my quads can relax. Now you're in that athletic stance and you are with your weight forward. This is where you want to be. That gives you the most range of motion through all joints, not only a few. Okay, so we just discovered weight and pressure is not necessarily the same, and this is where it comes in that a lot of people have problems in their understanding and in their feeling what they're doing. Let's go back into a wedge. In a wedge, both of your feet are pointed in a different directions. They're turned inward. And if you go straight down the hill in a nice wedge, you can keep your weight even on both feet. So now we ski instructor tell you to put pressure on your right foot or leg or ski, whatever they're going to tell you. And this is what happens. People think pressure and they push against that leg. There is pressure on my right leg, but where is my weight? Could I right now lift this one up? I don't think so. By pushing against my right leg, I actually shifted my weight on my left foot. So now we have a dilemma. Your right ski that's pressured wants to go this way. Your left ski has the weight, wants to go that way, and the two of them fight. Now the instructors told you that if you put pressure on your right ski, you're supposed to go left. So now it's not working because you're still screeching down the hill, and now you know it's going to go left. Alright, so we torque the body around and we made it. The instructor was right. I put pressure on my right foot and I went left. But by gosh, by golly, it about blows your knee up, hurts your hips, and really does not work so well. So if you think through this, in your wedge, your two skis point in different directions. Which one points in the direction you want to go? Well, an instructor said you want to go left, so well, which one points there? It's your right. Instead of thinking, pressuring that foot, do what Laura told you. Put your weight on that foot. Yes, or you could say, take the weight off the other one. If I make that left foot lightweight, guess what? You will go to the left. So what works in this wedge turn to shift the weight to the outside, like a charm, guess what? That also works in a small wedge turn, in a really small wedge turn, in a really small wedge turn, called parallel. The weight is supposed to go to the outside ski. And it's not just the pressure where people push that leg long again and still hang on that inside ski. We got to shift the weight to the outside ski to go over here. Oh, now this becomes my outside ski. Put the weight on it and go this way.